squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
About how much I miss my phone. It's almost 9. What took you so long? I was cleaning up and I wanted to do a thorough job. Well, there's a red flag right there. You weren't playing that lottery machine, were you? Because you were on that thing.
Without objection. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. President.
Senator from Maine.
wages. It is significant that this measure also includes 3 full-year, fiscal year 2026 appropriation bills, including the annual agriculture FDA bill, the military construction and Veterans Affairs legislation, very timely given that Veterans Day
negotiation with key elements in all of this story, which is the Venezuelan armed forces. If Venezuelan armed forces don't go along with this, and by the armed forces I really mean the high command, people who give the orders, then there's a possibility perhaps the armed forces might split, there's a possibility they might oppose a new government coming in.
He says well-armed Colombian guerrilla groups that Maduro allows to operate in Venezuela might also resist a change in power.
Is there a scenario that the U.S. has to put boots on the ground to keep order?
So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will get first crack at it today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw him in so many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
You had all day to stew on and get excited and dream about getting sacks, and it took no longer than the first play to get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This defense has been doing it all year long.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he goes down back at the 1-yard line.
It's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after. They've got multiple guys that can be effective very early here in this game.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So Georgia's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Moving closer to the red zone and down 27 on first down. And off from the shotgun. Powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game. A remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you're starting to see the finish line now. Getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Pocket breaking down, and they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
And the Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Campbell. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And what a great job by the defense. Seeing the bubble, reacting to it right now. And what do you got to do? You got to make open field tackles when that bubble gets there. Nice job by the defense.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Gets rid of it. Working that left side now. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Hunt is on its way. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. They'll leave it with him. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
Yeah, and you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what...
Intercepted, number 19. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And this is how the wind can really affect a game. It's not just for kickers, but quarterbacks as well. And on that last throw, guys, it looked to me like he was throwing it into the wind, and that definitely affected the velocity of the throw. It also affected the accuracy, and that's what caused the interception.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop right at the 34-yard line, standing tall to keep them from converting on 3rd down. 4th down coming.
Really good job by the defense, understanding 3rd down, the situation of the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a 4th down.
Kick is in the air. They'll push that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get.
Breaks it to the open. They bring him down with the big play. Will move the sticks.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Fires to the big fella. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Back to pass. It's complete. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the 1st quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. From midfield, looking for room. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. catch in the middle. It's Meadows. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Georgia! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on it today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more, whether it's screens, whether it's draw.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity level. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Finds a little space. There he goes. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On the run, still looking. He'll throw it. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Dogs! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Canty. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
They'll try to run for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. He'll field the punt. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Throws for the tight end. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. He wants to throw it. Going deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on the...
Turning it on! Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone, right at the 20. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Used the play fake, now to throw. Unleashes one deep. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. What a grab with one hand. And he's wrestled to the ground. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Just keeps slinging it. Now adjusting. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And tackled there by the defense. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. They bring the punter onto the field now. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Secures it at the 30. Makes a move. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full, because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job on the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's all the way down to the 3, showing it all on that run. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. The defense is going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 2nd and goal for this offense. Quarterback looks for a little space. The Sneak scores it.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
He'll bring it out. It's Canty. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. From the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen, hoping to galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Right on the money.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And the Dogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. Trying play action. Makes a grab past the marker. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the grab down the left side. Here he goes. Touchdown, Georgia. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Hauls it in at the 40. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll run it. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Man, he has been the definition of consistent all year long. You talk about building a team. You get a guy like this that you can hand the football and he makes play after play after play. That's why he's number 2 in college football in rushing, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy picture. A running back in the Heisman Trophy picture. It's kind of been a dying element. This guy's very much in the race.
Handoff from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
Okay.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, the inside kid. I'm not sure he made it out of the end zone, and it is a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Here comes the offense back onto the field. From the gun. Give on the inside. At the 35, he's got room. Wide open, and he walks. Score. Touchdown, Dogs!
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. But try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Caught over the middle. It's Jordan. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Here's the give off the left side. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. So now it's second and long. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. From the gun, the running back looking for room. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Meadows. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Here's the handoff. He's stopped again. He's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Intercepted, number 19. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Give to the running back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Breaks into the open. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Miles. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Miles. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Takes the handoff. It's Ramsey. There he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll ride the hot hand. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll give it to the back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The inside handoff. Got it into the red zone. Dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Bulldogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long, who's been on the field, what personnel group has there been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Had to get rid of it quickly. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Grab behind the line. It's Miles. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A 1st down run in the red zone. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance.
Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. They weren't able to move them an inch on 2nd down, and they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And he makes the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Crosses the 30. He's got a lead. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways question comes, should you really hate a rival? I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Yellow Jackets offense will get first crack at it here. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college football. And Tech with the huge lead early, all the momentum swings, and Palmer
Turning it on! Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. And the Yellow Jackets, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Back to pass, it's Bryant. Here comes the run. The Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver after making a good gain on that one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So Georgia's offense will get the ball for the first time. He's only got a few games left to make that final impression on Heisman voters, but based on the season he's had so far, he's certainly run his way well into contention, David.
It's been unbelievable. It's been unbelievable to be a running back to impact the game this much. Consistently, week in, week out, take the physical pounding and still be elite. Finishing this season will go a long way to deciding whether he wins the Heisman, but so far, Palmer, I've been impressed.
Man, the durability is just something to behold. And when you think back to former Heisman winners at the position, especially at Alabama, guys like Mark Ingram or Derrick Henry, that's what those guys had as well. They seemed to get better as games went on, but they also got better as the season went on, and that's what this guy's doing now.
To the ground with the back. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Oh, he's got some space. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Bulldogs are on the move. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough for the first. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy. Hey, hand it to that. makes a big play, yes, please.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. All right, guys, let's talk about Georgia Tech. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is...
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
The Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. This offense has it with really good field position. The give to the back. They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. The Ramblin' Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. No, people forget Georgia Tech is a charter member of the SEC. That was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
Fires to the big fella. Ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier. Boy, they did it right there.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Yellow Jackets are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The punt team makes its way onto the field.
Number 18 in punt formation to kick it away.
Let's see what he can do with it. Now, bounding over the top. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head." You know, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football ball. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. He's up to 86 yards rushing in this game, and what a year he's had, getting closer and closer to 1,800 for the season. The Dogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
If I'm a play caller right here, I'm a little bit frustrated. And I say that because I can't take a sack here. A sack might take 3 off the board for me. I've got to understand the situation. I've got to get the ball out, try to make a play, but most importantly, don't make a negative play.
Looking for a man. It's Bryant. Makes the catch. Still running at the 40. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on 1st down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move.
Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Might as well give it to him again. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. And the Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Armstrong. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. Got enough for the 1st down and once more. A really productive run gets it up to the 31-yard line before he goes out of bounds. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. To the air, it's Bryant. Finds his big tight end. brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on second and long. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
He now has 110 yards rushing in this one and closing in on 1,800 yards for the season. A productive play is one that it gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Georgia.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Bryant. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The give to the tailback. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He leaves it with his back. Oh, better look out! Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fakes the grab. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man in the middle. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Fakes the grab. He's down at the 25-yard line, waiting moments of the first half, and it's a first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got him downfield. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. from inside the red zone. Spits it out to the back. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
That was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Caught close to the marker, it's Meadows. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Caught near the sticks, it's Meadows. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line, a big pickup, and they are threatening. Looking to throw on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Pulls it in, it's Meadows. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Governor's Cup is on the line, and already the Dogs and Ramblin' Wreck have given us some impressive moments.
We're just about ready to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get it. It's a touchdown. The Yellow Jackets showing a little sting as they build their lead against the Dogs.
How about them Jackets, man? This is so good for Georgia Tech fans. They're so jacked up and excited. They think the Georgia players, fans, they think they're buffoons. They're smarter, they're better, and when they can beat them on the field, they want to rub it in their face.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. North Carolina is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping in Chapel Hill. They're trailing by 21 to NC State. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. It's caught. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll try the run. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Bryant. Quickly complete. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Slings it downfield. He's got it. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Going with the ground game left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Going to the running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised.
Turning it on. Smashes ahead. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. The official says no good. Hoping that a field goal could give you a little bolt of energy, but instead you look up and the scoreboard still says you're down by 17. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They'll go to the ground. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be 4th down, but this might be prime go-for-it territory. A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Offense working from the pistol. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to pass, it's Bryant. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, the pressure there caused the missed timing. The Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed in getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
The Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they can't connect, a costly turnover on downs. Great place to start for this offense. To the air on 1st down. Rushes on him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And the Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. They get to him as he throws. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Yellow Jackets have pushed it inside the 20. Dropping back, it's Bryant. There's the pressure. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Big 1st down sack for the defense. Brings up 2nd down.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play getting up the sack.
Makes the grab. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it, we didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. With jet sweep pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
Wanting to move the chains, here comes Georgia on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Back to throw, it's Bryant. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends, go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes, but you got to find something to have success.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet.
And I don't know how the offense was able to come up with that one, guys, but 4th and long, and they find a way. Everybody on defense had their eyes on the quarterback, but he was still able to just give his guy a chance, put it near his body. He makes a phenomenal effort and grab, and they keep the drive alive.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack, throw the ball away. Now, listen, we can debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So, you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't get nearly enough done on 3rd down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset.
Oh, there's an alley on the left. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they... And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Dogs! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets hyped. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Powers through the defender. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. The Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line.
And I know everybody's looking at that clock as it ticks and we're down a couple of possessions, but nice job getting the first down. But this offense has to stay in hyperspeed, right? Down 2 possessions, got to throw the football, use the sidelines, use the middle of the field, especially as you get closer.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. Bringing the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. He's looking downfield to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking deep down the right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The defense putting points on the board. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. North Carolina is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping in Chapel Hill. They're trailing by 18 to NC State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. He's been under pressure, and he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Here's the heat. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The run from the shotgun. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are ever closer to win number 10 on the season. Things getting tough for the Jackets as the hairy dogs putting the fight into this one.
Georgia owning the Jackets, and they've owned this series, this rivalry, the hatred between the two. Right now, it's looking like that Governor's Cup going straight to the Dogs.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Oh, they're after him! The Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Running back searching for a hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Fires one high and deep. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The clean, old-fashioned hate was evident, and now...